Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. It used to be the United States of America that was gathering, and when it was an issue, a crisis on this planet, was trying to bring the warring parties together, and they would come to Washington, D.C. and discuss and mediate and all that. Now it seems like Moscow is the new center, and that shows a lot. That shows who's isolated. The problem is United States of America. Al Capone is fixated right now only on one country. I'm talking about Israel in this conflict, and is going to try to keep everybody away from intervening in any way until Israel finish the job with the Palestinians, not with Hamas, with the Palestinians. Remember, the Israeli Minister of Defense did not say that he's going to turn off the water, electricity, food, and fuel to Hamas, to Gaza. Gaza is not Hamas. Gaza is populated by about 2 million Palestinians, and there are some Hamas. Yes, there are some people who, according to the Israelis, are viewed as this and viewed as that. But not all the Palestinians. That's collective punishment. That is illegal by our civilization. By their culture, no. Keyword. I think you figure things out what I just said. So we have here the Palestinian president Mahmoud Abbas is coming to Moscow. The leader of the Arab League came to Moscow. The Iraqi prime minister came to Moscow. What's going on over here? These guys come to Moscow, but they don't go to Washington, D.C. So who's isolated? Just by looking at this, who's isolated? I think the Al Capones, or Al Capone by himself, with his little minions, I think they were warned by Russia before Russia entered Ukraine in 24th of February 2022. I think the Russians said, hey buddy, look, if you don't talk to us and negotiate regarding Ukraine, demilitarize it, no NATO, buffer zone, destroy the Nazis if they're over there, and as I said, demilitarize the zone, we are going to really start the chess game against you. And the American says, we're going to play checkers with you. And the Russian said, okay, well, if you don't want to cooperate, we're going to start creating problems as we can create problems for you. Because these guys here, they don't own their garbage. They go and destroy a country, move to the next one, move to the next one, move to the next one, and they don't look back to see that every place where they've been, they created hatred. In Iraq, in Afghanistan, in Serbia, in Croatia, in Bosnia, in Libya, wherever these guys show up, in Africa, in the Middle East, wherever these guys show up, these guys destroy things, reconstruct, and then get away. And then they expect, because they forget, but they forget that the population over there that suffered, where their parents were killed, where they suffered, grandparents were taken away, never seen before, they never forget. And those guys are going to get together. And when another guy shows up that could challenge this guy that already committed what he committed, they will immediately join the other side in a hope that they one day will have their revenge against Al Capone. So Abbas doesn't go to Moscow because he loves the Russians. He doesn't love the other ones. The Arab League leaders did not go to Russia because he likes Putin, but he doesn't like the other ones. And so on. The Iraqi prime minister showed up over there in a little summit that is in Moscow, but nevertheless, he didn't have to go. He met Putin again. I don't think they love Americans that much anymore. Not that they love them. Probably they loved them, some of them, when they invaded their own country. And when they saw the real Al Capone, they said, Jesus Christ, man. Where is that guy? Where is he buried? Where is you know where Saddam Hussein is buried? Is he buried anywhere? Now, let me show you this article here. The New Voice of Ukraine from today, October 10th, 2023. Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas expected to visit Moscow. So who's isolated? So Russia activated its cells and its capabilities in Africa, South America, Asia, Middle East, and is winning. Is not losing. What did the other guys activate? The same garbage that they did before. They have 3 countries in the Far East. They got Australia that comes by default, New Zealand whenever it feels like, maybe one Palau, Jabalau, Kapalau, and that's about it. That's about it. No Philippines, yeah, Philippines here and there. But then you got what? Malaysia, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, India, China, North Korea. Pakistan, they have it, but tomorrow they can lose They keep Pakistan only with money. If the United States of America tomorrow says no more money for you, Pakistan, Pakistan will say, yeah, we're going to go to Russia. So, let's continue this article here. So, the Palestinians are waiting for an official statement from the Kremlin on the date of Abbas' visit in Moscow. And I'm quoting, we're waiting for an official statement from the Kremlin, from the Russian side, on when the visit will take place, Nofad said. An agreement has been reached that Mr. Abbas will come here to Moscow. The US-based Institute for Study of War reported that Moscow would try to use the Hamas terrorist attacks on Israel to advance its information operations aimed at reducing Western support for and attention in Ukraine's battle against Russian invasion. Yes. Now it's for real. The problem is the Russians thought like chess players. The other guys with checkers. That's what they did. And now the Americans are reacting. Americans are not acting, are not in the offensive. The Americans are like blocking, in a blocking mode. They're not in attacking. They're not leading. They're not controlling the fight against the Russians anymore. They're on the defensive. The thing what happened here in Israel, it's a defensive move. What happened in Niger and not only in Africa, it's a defensive move coming from the Al Capone. In South America, the same. Argentina, Brazil, Venezuela. You got Guatemala. You got Mexico, even Mexico, Cuba, and now all these guys are against Honduras. So anyway, friends, I mentioned Asia. All these countries are the world community, part of the world community, and they're not on Al Capone's side. Why? Because Al Capone forgot what Al Capone did in then and then and then and then. So, but they didn't forget. That's the problem. Nobody talks about Libya anymore here. How is that idiot Clinton said? We came, we saw, he's dead. Secretary of State, Foreign Minister of a country, big country. Great. She doesn't represent me. She's a tard. Hey, but she's over there. We're not. So, yeah, they forgot about Libya. What happened in Libya? They have slavery in Libya. Do you know that? They have markets. They don't have water. It's a fucked up country. Who did it? Oh, Gaddafi. Really? When Gaddafi was... Libya did not have any, public debt. The country was not in debt. And if you want to look at that fantastic wonder of the world, how he succeeded in getting that water from the desert into the cities, that's unbelievable. They had paid university, school. It was good. Was it better than now? Well, you tell me. I have my own assessment. Now, what I want to say is this. United States lost because it's on the defensive. It still got its little club that it keeps close by threats and blackmail and some money here and there. But that's dismantling. that's coming unraveled right that like that. A lot of countries are coming and are still there, but they don't want to be there. Hungary wants to go. Turkey is already out. Slovakia is leaving now. Poland is a Trojan horse. And many other countries that are waiting. See how the wind blows. If the Russians are now destroyed, say bye-bye to Al Capone. We're going to jump to BRICS. We're going to jump to Shanghai organization. And you'll see. So in this case, Abbas visits Russia. Take it however you want. But he is on those guys' side, not on these guys. They are, I'm surprised because it's like what, 70 some or 80 or something. Abbas, now you do this? Did you wait to see if Russia can withstand the NATO attack? Well, it does. And now it's an open something else in Israel. You got Iran over there. You got Saudi Arabia that said we support the Palestinians. What are you talking about? Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.